And now, welcome, Cecil County and the World, Cecil TV, 30 at 6, Sam Goldwater. Sam, welcome to
Hi,
Cecil
how are
TV.
you?
I'm doing good. Sam, you are involved with the National Fire Heritage Center. Tell us a little bit about that organization and its mission.
The National Fire Heritage Center, as it sounds, is a national organization. We're based in Emmitsburg, Maryland, and our job is to protect the perishable items that are related to the fire service in America, whether it's the written word, artwork, video, audio, anything that is perishable, historic pieces.
Wow, and you actually have a position in that organization, correct?
Yes, I'm the chair of the Board of Trustees for the National Fire Heritage Center.
Wow. And there are others involved locally too, right?
Yes, Cecil County is unique in that we have 3 members of our board that are Cecil Countyans. It's the only county in the United States that's represented by 3 people in the National Fire Heritage Center.
Wow. And rumor has it that your Heritage Center, in conjunction with the Singerly Fire Company and one other organization whose name escapes me, are having an event.
Yes, this Friday and Saturday, the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, which serves the families of fallen firefighters, the National Fire Heritage Center, and the Singerly Fire Company have joined forces to produce a fire muster, which is a collection of antique fire apparatus here in Elkton and Cecil County. And on Friday night, it's open to the public, and they're blocking off in Elkton, North Street, and Main Street. And there'll be a live band, there'll be food, alcohol will be served on the street because the streets will be closed. And should be a good time for a lot of people to see antique fire trucks, meet a bunch of firefighters, American heroes, and the public is certainly welcome to come out.
And that's Friday night.
That's Friday night. Then on Saturday at the fire station on Newark Avenue in Elkton, which is the big fire station, if you're familiar with the fire stations in Elkton, there's going to be a muster again of the antique fire trucks, and they'll be judged. We have professional judges coming in. That's what they do. They go to different events and they judge fire apparatus. And there'll be fire apparatus from as far away as North Carolina, Tennessee, New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, pretty much everything between North Carolina and New York. There'll be fire apparatus there. We also had the fire modelers will be there. These are very detailed models of fire apparatus. They're in HO scale, generally speaking, and they're really cool. They're works of art in and of themselves. There'll be 20 tables of those.
And some are for sale, right, Sam?
Generally, they're not for sale. These are collectors.
Oh, okay.
They're just kind of to look at. I'm sure if you wanted to buy one, everything has a price. But generally speaking, they're there to look at.
But you have a flea market then as well?
But then there's a flea market, and the flea market is fire-related stuff. So if you have an antique fire truck, or you're a firefighter, or have a relative that's a firefighter, and you wanted to get some fire stuff to put in that man cave or that ladies cave, then you could go there and you could pick up an antique piece of a lighting or a piece of a fire truck that you could hang on a wall or put on a table or whatever. And that's all open to the public. It's free. And there'll also be food and beverages there as well.
Nice. And I believe you mentioned as we were talking earlier that there's going to be 4 world-class authors.
Yes, there'll be 4 world-class authors, both nonfiction and fiction, and they'll be there autographing their books, and their books will be available to purchase. And so people who collect books, which I'm one of those people, collecting autographed books is kind of a big deal for people who collect books. And so you'll be able to meet the author, talk to the author, and one of the authors, this is really cool because of the anniversary of the Apollo program. One of the authors was on the original astronaut rescue teams for Apollo and Skylab. And he's written a book that's, unfortunately, it's not out yet, but you'll be able to pre-buy that book, and when you get it, it will be autographed for you. And this is all about the rescue program for NASA and Skylab and the Apollo program. It's going to be a really, really cool book.
Yeah, and these authors will be there. There's going to be, you had mentioned also something about helping with kids and identification.
Yes, the Mason Lodge is sponsoring a CHIPS program. This is a program for children identification program. And what they do is they collect from your child or children all the pertinent information. They'll have a picture of your child, fingerprints of your child, all the things that eye color, and all the things that you would need that if something went terribly wrong, God forbid it doesn't, but if something went terribly wrong and you needed to give that information to the police department, during that time of stress, you don't want to have to come up with all that information.
Right, sure.
You just give the police department a memory stick and it's got all the information already on it.
Well, that's awesome. All this stuff going on. But what's the admission cost?
It's all free to the public. Of course, you got to pay for food if you want some food, but other than that, it's free. So it's two great events, one downtown and one at the fire station, and it's all free to the public.
That sounds great, Sam. Now I gave Allison a little quiz. Let me see, you're hepped up on fire prevention and fire prevention history. Who was the first fire chief in the United States?
Benjamin Franklin was the first fire chief of the United States.
That's one for Sam.
And a lot of Benjamin Franklin was a firefighter. George Washington was a firefighter. Thomas Jefferson was a firefighter. All the founders of our country were firefighters at one point in their life.
Awesome. Okay, one more.
Go.
What's a plug ugly?
Okay, plug ugly. Most people think it's plug ugly or pug ugly. They think it's the little dog.
Right.
But the term is actually in reference to back when fire departments competed to be the first ones to put water on the fire, and they would send their biggest, ugliest guy to go and protect the fire hydrant so that they could hook up to the fire hydrant and be the first ones to put water on the fire. Because back when the insurance industry ran the fire service in America, only the people who put the water on first got paid.
How about that? A wealth of fire prevention history. It would be great if, as you were discussing earlier, that maybe your headquarters is now in Pennsylvania. Is there a possibility
No, it's in Emmitsburg, Maryland now.
Oh, Emmitsburg, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility it might move to Elkton?
We're talking to the town of Elkton and others, Wilmington, Delaware is another one, to move our headquarters from Emmitsburg, Maryland to Cecil County. And we're specifically looking at 3 sites in Cecil County, actually. But the number one site is the Armory building in Elkton.
The old gray stone armory right there.
Yeah, it's a great old building. We're a history organization, and so part of what we would do with that building is protect its history. So it's kind of exciting because I grew up a block away from that building.
That's awesome. I hope it comes to fruition. That'd be great. This weekend, again, tell the folks what they need to know.
Downtown on Friday night, the intersection of Main Street and North Street, open to the public. There'll be 3 bars. There'll be a brewery. There's multiple restaurants. There'll be a whole bunch of fire trucks for the kids to look at. They can climb on them. They can get in them. Every once in a while, we let them blow the siren and blow the horn, but people kind of get upset after a while.
Right.
But they'll be able to crawl all over the fire trucks and look at them and learn about what firefighters are all about. And then also the firefighters here in Cecil County, it's an opportunity for them all to get together in one place and interact as well.
And Saturday at the firehouse, right?
And then Saturday at the firehouse will be the muster, which is the antique fire trucks. There's the modelers. There'll be 20 tables of those. There'll be a flea market. There'll be book signing, and there'll be lots of food.
Sounds like a plan, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you.